Hello everyone, my name is Gary. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the top mistakes that most musicians, producers, and engineers, or anyone who makes music, the top mistakes that any of those people make. Let's get to it.
Gary Gredison Beats.
Okay, so the first mistake that most musicians, producers, artists, engineers make is that they don't treat their career like a long-term investment. So the problem here is that a lot of people get involved in music and they think, well, oh, it's just as easy as, well, I can just buy a little interface, I can record on my computer, make an album, and, you know, things are just gonna happen for me. Or I'm gonna play a gig and someone's gonna discover me there and everything's gonna be great. Well, that's really not how it works. Things just don't happen that way. So, you know, banking on stuff like that is really not a good option for you. Not to mention the fact that a lot of people will be discouraged by small failures or not seeing results in a short period of time. If you know in your heart of hearts that you are someone who is supposed to be making music, then at the end of the day, the only thing that truly matters is that you make music and continue to make music. And if you see it as, well, it's not working out, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm not growing, I'm not moving forward, I haven't been signed yet, I haven't been discovered yet, you know, I'm not making all these sales, you know, it's not the right way to look at it, because this is a long-term thing. If you know that you are meant to be someone who makes music, then this is gonna take a while. And not only that, it really doesn't matter what level of success you've reached, because the goal is for you to be making music, right? I mean, that's what you feel in your heart, right? That you want to make music, that you were born to make music. Well, make music. It doesn't matter if it makes you a lot of money or if you're on TV or anything like that. That is not, you know, if you change your approach, change your priorities, change the way you view your music and your career, I can almost guarantee you that you will see some certain amount of success. Because if you're seeing this as a long-term investment, as something that's going to take you time, that's going to be part of your life, regardless of what success it shows, there's going to be a difference in the way that you make the music, a difference in the way that you promote the music, a difference in everything and every aspect around it. I encourage you to reevaluate what you're doing. Think about the long term, okay? Not just, well, oh, we got to do this by this time, otherwise I should just stop making music, you know? It's not, that's not really the right approach. You want to see yourself always making music, always moving forward, always creating. And what you'll find is that over time, what you do create will get better, more refined, your skills will improve, and you will see most likely a significant improvement in the success that you see. So you have to see this as something that you're investing your money and your time into over the long term. You will see growth, provided that you don't rush here and say, oh, we got to get this done, it didn't work, it's over. Well, instead of that, take a step back, think, all right, well, that's not that important. It's an opportunity, but if we don't make it, there'll be another one, and we just need to keep growing, okay? Keep growing the brand, keep growing the music, keep finding new ways to influence ourselves and make more music. Just make more music. The more music you continue to make, the more you'll start to see better ways for you to grow it. your career itself is an investment and a business. But it's not the type of thing that you could quantify so much as if you were to say open a pizza place. Well, there's a certain amount of traffic that comes in this shopping center. We're going to make a certain amount of pizzas per day, and we can gauge roughly how much will come back per day, per week, per month. We can reevaluate expenses, and you can go down the list and say to yourself, well, we need to close, or we need to expand, or whatever. It's a little different in that this is something that you commit to for a lifetime. Whether you're seeing massive results right away or not, like it's a lifetime commitment. If you're really someone who creates music, it's a lifetime commitment. Making the music and living the way that you want, being yourself, that's what's important here. Just because you're not seeing results now does not mean that you're not going to see results. And the less emphasis you put on the need for results, more than likely, the more results you'll see. So just keep that in mind. Think long term. Think, okay, if it's not working out now, if I just keep working on this, and maybe if I shift my focus here, or maybe I could spend time learning, maybe, okay, if I'm a vocalist, maybe I could start learning new techniques, or I could take lessons. I could find a coach, a mentor, anything. There are so many options for you in so many different realms. Just keep that in mind, please, all right? On to the next one. The next mistake is banking on being discovered or blowing up. This is one of my favorites. Over the years, I've seen so many people just say, whoa, my aunt met this guy and she told him that we have a band and they're gonna listen to our demo, and it's just gonna blow up. We're gonna blow up. This is it. Or, my aunt's roommate's brother is friends with the guy who sweeps the floor for Dr. Dre's studio, and he's gonna try and give him our CD. These are some of my favorite stories. But it's sad because, there are so many people who really, really love making music, and they want so badly to make music and to be successful making that music. And I can understand that. Everybody who's involved in music in some way wants that, right? But the problem is that if you're just chasing those quote-unquote opportunities, or you're just hoping, I'm hoping we're gonna keep playing shows and hope that someone sees us and signs us. And the problem is there's too many stories of famous bands who were discovered some kind of way at a gig somewhere or something. And it's really only a handful, but there's just enough of those stories for people to just hope beyond all hope and just pray that they're gonna be discovered and someone's gonna find out that I'm good. And then when they don't, after a couple of years, they give up, they get angry, they constantly put down other musicians and other people who are trying to, don't do that, it's really tough business. This is a really tough business. It's the wrong way to look at it. You're not gonna get anywhere that way. That's just not, it's not healthy. It's not good for you. It's not good for your career. Here's another story, okay? If I pay this producer out in California all this money and he does a couple of songs with me, that's it, right? He worked with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, so long as I get in the studio with him, that's it. I'm gonna get a deal in a matter of months. Man, still I'm shocked that this day and age, within the last 10 years, that anyone still thinks that way, still thinks that all I need to do is work with the right producer, meet the right A&R guy, and oh, I gotta just make sure I do a song just like this because that's what's hot on the radio, and you know, this producer likes that type of thing, and he'll work with me or she'll work with me if I just do this, 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 and this. And so you spend your entire life and career chasing the deal. And the deal never comes. It's like you'll get a deal, the right deal, the one that's good for you, that doesn't strip you of all creativity, strip you of everything that matters to you, okay? You'll get that deal if you spend all that time that you're wasting chasing the deal and focusing on building your brand, building your foundation, your career, your skill level, creating music over and over and over and more and more and more and more. You know, it's sad because the more you bank on the fact that someone's gonna discover you and give you a chance, just give me a chance. Please hear my demo. You know how that sounds? Oh, please listen to my demo. I don't want to listen to that demo. I'm sorry, I don't. So you could just think about it. Put yourself in that person's shoes, okay? Let yourself see what's happening. It's the same thing like if you're trying to ask someone out. Do you want to beg them to go out with you? Do you really want to do that? I mean, you have to have leverage in order to have a good deal that's going to give you a good career. If you're banking on being signed and discovered, okay, you're banking on the possibility that your career is over the second you sign that piece of paper, okay? I can't tell you how many times I've seen people get signed to a deal that's changing their life now, that the only reason they signed the deal with that artist is so that they can prevent them from releasing music because the label has an artist similar to that. And they just want to make sure that they don't put out their music before this one goes out, okay? And it's not an anomaly. It's not something that sometimes happens. It is standard procedure for labels to sign artists to deals that never come to fruition. It is standard procedure, okay? Think about that. It's standard procedure for a label to sign artists that may or may not compete with artists on the roster so that those artists get shelved. How does that feel? Does that feel good? Does that make you want to chase the deal? Does that make you want to get discovered? This day and age, you can just create your own career. You do not need a single other person other than people who you choose, who you pay, and who you bring in to work for you and with you. But at the end of the day, depending on what you can do, what you can learn to do, okay, you can do a lot of stuff yourself. So if you're banking on someone else making your career, then you are gonna lose. And it's a shame because I've seen a lot of people with talent, with promise, with just a genuine love for making music just be destroyed by either interactions with producers and labels that give them the runaround, that take all their money and run, you know, like, it's just, please stop chasing the deal and learn to build your career on your own, okay? You can do this. You can save some money, you can Take the time, put in the work. You know, you can build your own career. All right? You can build a fan base. You can do it all on your own. It's possible. Please, stop chasing the deal. Stop trying to get discovered. Okay? It's a waste of time. A waste of time. The third mistake that most musicians, artists, producers, engineers, and music makers make is not saving money. It's amazing how many people who make music, who are trying to make it, trying to grow their career, have no money in their pocket. Zero. None. And you'll ask them, well, why don't you have any money? Oh, because I don't have a job, or I only work 2 days a week. Why do you only work 2 days a week? You know there's 7 days in a week, right? Not 2. I work 7 days a week. I am hustling, always working. There's always something to be done. If you are not working and making money, you need to do that now. Okay? You have to save some money up, all right? Because what happens is, if you decide now, okay, this is the way I need to go, I need to build my own career, okay? You're gonna have to finance that career. Nobody's gonna do that for you. And even if someone does that for you and gives you some money to do that, you're going to squander it. You're not going to know how to use it right. You're not going to have a plan. You're just going to take all that money and say, oh, well, if I just take that money and pay this manager or this agent or this producer or this guy, he's going to make me blow up. He's going to get me a deal. Let's take it back to the previous mistake. Okay, you're still in that mindset because you're looking for the fastest route there, and that's just the wrong way, because that means you're not ready to be there. And if you get there, you won't stay there very long. Guarantee it. So take the time to save some money. Set yourself up a savings account that you really can't get access to, all right? You set up a savings account with like Ally Bank or anyone that you can only access through your online portal or your phone or something, that you put money in there and they require at least 2 to 3 days to transfer the money out. And now, so if you do that, now you really have to decide, do I need that money? And you have to know 3 days in advance if you really need that money. And so that means you have to set up a transfer to get the money out, okay? And so you better be real desperate to take that money out. That's kind of the point. And so what that does is it makes you go, all right, well, I'll just leave that money there, and you know, when I really need it for something important, I'm gonna get it. And so the idea then is that you have the money in there and you keep adding small amounts, you know, even $20 or $50 a week is a huge, huge difference. Because what happens is now, okay, I need to record my album, all right? I need to do it properly, so I want to go to a real studio and do it right. And I found a guy that's going to give me a good deal because I told him I have this budget, all right? And let's say you saved up a couple of $1,000 in that savings account. Well, now you can use some of that to pay for getting your album done. And because you spent time preparing to make the album properly, you're ready to rock, and you can get in the studio and it will take you a lot less time to get stuff done, right? The less that you have to make the engineer do for you, the better. Trust me. Be better. Record better in the beginning, and the results will be better at the end, okay? Number 4 is not working or not working enough. And this ties into my other point, okay? Too many musicians, artists, producers complain about how they don't have money. Well, complaining is not gonna get you more money, okay? Complaining is only gonna get you more no money, okay? It's gonna get you more of having no money. But the other thing is that these same people, you'll see them, they like to go out to drink, they like to smoke weed, they probably smoke cigarettes, okay? That's at least 10 to in New York at least, it's a $10 to $12 habit per day, okay? So if you can walk, you can work. And if you're not working, I can't help you, and no one can. That is your own fault. And I really don't want to hear anyone say, well, there's no jobs in this area. Oh, well, you know, I can't get work as a producer or an engineer. I don't care. You need money, right? You need money to build your career. You better go get that money however you got to get that. If you got to move furniture around for somebody, if you got to get a job with the sanitation department, if you got to get a job at a restaurant, serving people, bussing tables, bartending, do it. I bartended for a long time. It's not easy, but it's work, okay? You have to go to work. You have to make money. If you want to build a career in this day and age, you have to get a job. Get a job. If you have a job, get another job. Simple as that. Very, very simple. You need money to build your career, period. Equipment costs money. Studio time costs money. Promotion costs money, advertising costs money, your website, building your website and maintaining it costs money. Things cost money. It costs money to do things in this world, okay? If you want to grow your music career in any kind of way, you're gonna need money in your pocket, period. So stop spending money on bullshit, okay? Stop partying, stop drinking, stop going out and hanging out all the time, all right? Work on your craft in every free moment you have, and the rest of the time, work at a job and make some money, period. Period. End of story. The next mistake is putting a timeline on when I need to make it by. I've heard this many times. Oh, well, if we're not famous by the time we're 27, we may as well just give up. Oh, we're in college now, we're 20 something, we're getting old, we shouldn't, that's crazy. That's crazy. I remember there was a Chinese guy who was in his 70s or 80s who, just 2 years ago or something like that, became really famous as a model and a fitness something or other. He was in his 80s or something, 70s or 80s, and it's just proof to show you that it really doesn't matter when or how you gain success. It's just a matter that you do and that you've worked for it. Because anyone who's gotten success and didn't work for it, either they couldn't possibly enjoy it or it just doesn't last. It doesn't last. So take the time and build your career and don't even consider what kind of timeline that you're working on. Just do it. Just put the time in, put the effort in, and focus solely on making the music. That is all that matters. Create the music and move forward with it when it's done. Don't consider anything else. How old you are or how long you've been doing it, it's irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. People think that, oh, well, if I'm not young and vibrant, I'm not going to make it in music. That is such a cop-out. It's like, how could that possibly be the case if as you get older and as you make more and more music, you get better? The more you do something, the better you get at it. I mean, it is a simple fact. The more you do something, the better you get at it. That is a fact. So why is it that if you're not 17 or if you're not 20, oh, you're 27, oh, well, it's too late now, you're getting old. Oh, you're 30, well, oh, you're 30, don't even try now. Come on. Wouldn't you be better at 30 than you were at 17 as a musician? I mean, you should be. If you're not better at 30 as a musician or writer than you were at 17, then, my friend, then you should stop making music. Because life is about progress. It's about growth. It's about getting better. It's not about staying the same. Number 6 is they quit or give up. And, you know, it ties into a lot of things I've been saying already, but you never know when you're right on the edge of everything that you've dreamed of. And it's important that you stay the course no matter what. If you stay the course with a pure heart and with the knowing that you're meant to make this music for your entire life, you won't worry about whether or not it's working or not. You will simply just continue moving forward. And as you move forward, you'll be getting better, the music will be getting better, and you'll be growing. And, you know, just simply because you failed or because something didn't do as well as you thought, or, you know, I mean, don't give up. Just don't give up. Most of the time when someone is about to give up, they're about to do something great. That's when you really feel like I need to give up. It's almost guaranteed that you're almost there. You have to keep going. Keep going. This is the time to double down. Double down. Work harder. Get another job and make the money you need to finish that project, to get that done. If you're not sleeping enough, I don't care. Work and get it done. Push. Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep going. Number 7 is not spending the time to create and refine projects and instead just pumping out song after song. Here's like the backwards mentality now, okay? We are now able to make our music on our own and do our own thing, which is great, right? But now we think because of that, oh, I gotta keep putting music out every day. I gotta put a new song out this week, next week, you know, and it's all just trash. Trash. And it's not because the person is bad. It's because the person is not spending time to craft art. Because music is art. That's what music is, right? It's art. So if you're not spending time to create the art, and you're just like, oh, I gotta get a song, it's gotta get done. Boom. I go in the studio, I track it, mix it on the spot, it's done. That is the worst possible way to make a song. The worst possible way to make a song. You need to revisit that. Spend a week listening over, making notes, thinking about it, maybe going back a week later and re-recording it, or remixing, or diving deeper into adding certain things over it. You can't just boom, 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 it's done. And that's not to say that you never should, maybe once in a while, bang out a quick song and put it out. But doing that constantly is a terrible, terrible plan. In fact, it's not a plan at all. It's just the throw it up and hope plan, okay? If I just keep throwing stuff at the wall, eventually something will stick. No, that's not how it works in this thing, okay? You have to spend the time to create something impactful. If you're not spending the time to make something that means something, that matters, or that has some kind of artistic quality to it, you're wasting your time, and you're wasting a lot of other people's time who might actually check it out, because I guarantee you they're gonna they're gonna hear it and go, this sounds like amateur hour. We don't want that. We want people to be inspired by our music. We want people to love our music. We do it because we want people to enjoy it. If you really want to have content going out regularly, I recommend setting up a way that you can create a YouTube video once a week of you doing a song. Now, instead of doing one of your songs, you could do, you could grab one of those free beats that are on YouTube if you're a rapper and just write one verse over the beat, and then record yourself live on camera, recording it in your mic, and just doing a quick job putting the audio and the video together. And you have just create a template of an intro and an outro, all right? And you just put the name of the beat, the name of the verse you wrote over it, and it's like 1.5 minutes long, and you do that once a week. If you want to do that, that's going to grow your career, all right? That's good because you know it's like a freestyle almost. It's live. You did it one take on the camera, on the mic. By putting up a video on YouTube every week of yourself rapping or singing, maybe if you're a singer, do a cover song, find just an instrumental of the cover song, or if you play guitar and you just want to like do a cover once a week, film it, put it out. That's a great way to put content out without just putting out garbage that you're just real quick slapping together, okay? If you spend a week to prepare a song, every single week you prepare a new song, and you do a video once a week, it's gonna get content out there, it's gonna get people to start following you because they see you doing it every week, okay? And it's gonna get you better, it's gonna make you better. You're gonna work better with the camera, you're gonna work better with the mic, you're gonna understand what makes you sound good and bad, and you're gonna be able to really discover how to grow your career properly. So keep it in mind, I mean, that's probably your best bet. But just writing songs real quick and throwing them out there constantly is just, it's a bad idea. So stop doing it. Spend the time to create something that matters, okay? And in the meanwhile, do the covers, do the freestyles, okay? Number 8 is posting music on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, Bandcamp, or YouTube and thinking they have released it. Just to be clear, SoundCloud, YouTube, Bandcamp, Reverb Nation, these are great platforms, these are cool, it's a great way to grow a fan base, to grow an audience, but it is not legitimate commercial distribution. It is not legitimate commercial distribution. If you would like to release a song commercially, for real, you have to use a legitimate digital distributor, okay? Like I said, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, YouTube, Bandcamp, these things are not legitimate commercial sources. So now, I believe at least Reverb Nation has a service that offers digital distribution, but you have to pay for that, okay? But just throwing your song up on SoundCloud and putting the link on Facebook, it's released, the song's out, it's not real, that's not a thing, okay? SoundCloud is cool if you want to do an experiment. We did a quick thing, I want to see what people think of it, all right, before I do the full version of it. That's cool, that's okay. You know what? That's what's great about SoundCloud, and it helps you grow a fan base because when you do put something out, you can now at least have a certain amount of people that will check it out. So please, please stop doing that. Okay, number 9 is trying to fake it till you make it. This one amazes me. Again, this is another one of those things where there's a handful of stories out there about a band or someone who, you know, would walk around and act like they were famous and even like hire friends to pretend to be amazed that they're there and like cause a scene and stuff like that. So, and just act like they're already rock stars. And now because of those stories, people think that if I just rent a Lamborghini and take a picture or two for my Instagram in front of it, that means that I'm, you know, people think I'm famous and they'll follow me more. It's like the guys who rap about money and how much money they have, and then they can't afford to pay for the studio time. It amazes me, just amazes me. I actually had I could call him a client, but after this session, I never brought them in again, ever. They're completely banned from the studio. Because during the session, they had someone with a camera here filming for a music video for the song. It was a joke, really. And in the video, he's got a stack of cash of hundreds. And he's, oh, yeah, oh, money, money, oh, right? So at the end of the session, though, the price that we said it was time to pay. Oh, is it cool if I give you this price? I'm short $5. You're short $5. What happened to those hundreds? What happened to those hundreds? Amazing, amazing. If you fake it till you make it, you'll never make it. It's not a thing anymore, okay? Be yourself. Own who you are. Own who you are. Stop trying to be someone else. Be yourself. If you own who you are and you stay true to who you are, people will respond to that. That's how you build attention. That's how people will gravitate to you, because they see you just shining through, letting yourself shine through. By trying to be flashy and be someone else, be like you're a rock star and you like live in someone's basement and they don't even know you live there. Like, stop it. Stop the bullshit. Be yourself. Cut the shit. Number 10 is getting too attached to certain songs or certain parts of songs that just aren't working. I found this a lot of times, especially with bands. I don't really often work with bands anymore. I find the dynamic to be just way too confrontational. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, and everyone wants their say to be heard. And what happens is the music suffers, because we don't want the band to break up. We don't want this guy to leave because he's been in the band the whole time, right? And he wants this part of the song there because he wrote it, and it's the worst part of the song, or it's the thing that takes away from the song being great completely. So if you're true to the music and you just understand that no matter what, I need to focus on what matters for this song or for this project and stay true to that. Not because someone else told me that I need to add these type of sounds, otherwise I won't get famous, okay, or anything like that, but because what's right for the song? Does the song tell me that this part is working or not? Well, pay attention, listen, work with it. Seek feedback from a real producer or from someone who you trust, whose opinion you trust. Stop being attached to things that aren't working. If it's not working, take it out, get rid of it, okay? The problem I see is that people are not writing and creating enough, because if you were, you wouldn't matter. Hundreds of songs you would just throw out because you're working and making new. That song's just not working. Put it aside. We'll come back to it later. Maybe I'll be inspired at a later time to revamp it. Because right now I can't seem to focus on it. I mean, this is the reason that in the days of creating real albums in the studio, on when there wasn't such a thing as Pro Tools, that artists would write, I don't know, 15 songs for an album that's going to have 9 songs on it or 10 songs on it, because we need to have enough to work with, because we know something's going to get cut. Either a song's going to get chopped, or a whole song's going to go, or we may take this song apart and take half of it and split it and merge it with another song and do something else with it. So you can't get attached to songs. Just keep writing. Just keep writing. You can't get attached to things that are not working. Just keep going. Just keep working. Keep making music. Keep doing your thing, and you're going to find that those things that you were so attached to are not even your best work. It's not even your best stuff, okay? And if you're in a band like that, and the one part that you wrote is getting cut, like, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Go with it. The song has to be good. It doesn't have to have your stamp on it. It just has to be good, period. Number 11, this is one of my favorites, is making music that is a copy of what's trending now instead of creating something original and being creative. This is not a new thing. This is something that's been going on for decades. Something is popular now? Man, I gotta make that. That's what I need to do. I gotta write a song like that. Oh, did you hear this new song? We gotta make a song like that. You're never gonna make it. I'm sorry. If that's what you're doing, you're never, ever, 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 ever gonna make it. Ever. Ever. Unless you're plugged directly into the system and you have the ear of the top CEO of the top label in the entire world, and they trust every single thing that you do, and they will immediately implement every single song you ever make without even questioning it, you're never gonna make it, ever. Stop making bullshit music because you think that's what a label wants to hear, so they'll sign you. Or you think that that's gonna get you on the radio because you have to have a song that sounds like what's on the radio. The radio will play what people want it to play, period. Because the people who listen to the radio are the ones who determine what they want to hear, okay? If people keep calling in and saying, this song sucks, stop playing it, and they've got 100,000 calls, they're gonna stop playing that song. If they get 100,000 people that keep calling to play a song, they're gonna fucking play that song. It doesn't matter what it sounds like, as long as it doesn't have, like, filthy language in it. I mean, they'll just play the edited version or something, but I mean, I've seen this in every single genre. Rock bands, punk bands, rappers, singers, pop singers, R&B. I mean, this is what's hot. So, I mean, I've had people come to the studio and a consultation, okay, and then play me like a few songs and be like, I want to make a song like this. Can you help me? No, I can't. I can't help you. Sorry. I can recommend 1,000 other studios that are willing to copy something else for money. But the fact of the matter is, if you're trying to emulate something that is already successful, by the time you get it done, you're late. If you're making something that's hot now, you're about 6 months too late. So the only answer, there is no other answer than this. I don't care who the hell you are. There is no other answer. The only answer is for you to make the music that resonates with you, the music that you feel. When you look inside yourself and you think about what music means to you and you channel that energy when you're creating and you're writing, that's the music you need to make. Not any particular sound, not anything else. If you aren't being true to who you are as an artist, as a person, as a musician, at whatever, okay, if you're not being true to that, you should stop making music. I encourage you to stop making music. You have to be true to who you are as an artist, to who you are as a person. If you're channeling that energy when you're creating and writing, I mean, it's unbelievable what you can accomplish, okay? The greatest artists who have ever lived have all created something special. If you're not creating something special, something unique, something real, something from inside you, again, stop making music right now. Give it up. Now you should give it up. If you're just creating something because that's what you think people want to hear, or that's what you think labels are looking for, or that's what you think the radio wants to play, well, you're setting yourself up for failure and disappointment, okay? Cut the bullshit and make music that matters, because that's what people respond to. And that's how you build your following. That's how you build your career. By making something that means something to you, no matter what it sounds like. Okay, the 12th and final mistake that most musicians, artists, producers, engineers, and music makers make is harassing friends and family on Facebook to support their music and getting mad when people don't. This was the final idea I had in my notes, because this just came to me. I have to put this in the video. This has to be in this video. Because the amount of people I see that get so mad, because you didn't like their post about their song, or you didn't comment on it, or you're not playing, they're not getting plays on their YouTube video, they spent all this time making it, and all this other bullshit. That is clearly proving to me that you have no idea how to promote your music, period. Because you haven't actually gone out and promoted it. You think that by posting a link on Facebook and telling your friends, please check this out, please give me support, that's promoting your music. Those people are not the ones that want to hear your music. Find out who likes the music you make, or how similar it is to something here, and here. Okay, it's a mix of this, and this. So any one of these people might like it, so now I need to go and find where those people specifically are. Okay, I sound like a mix of this, and this together, so I need people who like this, and this. So I'm gonna promote directly to those people, okay? Facebook ads are a great way to do that. Google ads, people are already searching for certain things. You know, there are ways to promote your music without harassing the people you know, because that's how you lose friends. That's how your family laughs at you. That's how you have issues with your family. That's how, you know, you get discouraged, because you're talking to the wrong people. Okay, yeah, so a few of them will be like, yeah, good job, great. But they're also going to get tired of it when you keep spamming the Facebook feed with the bullshit, okay? If you just hit up a link and put it up there, hey, check it out, I just did this thing, it's cool. That's fine, that's awesome. In fact, you know what, that's good, because people in your family get to see what you're up to. But I've seen people post things like the most angry, violent messages on Facebook feed directed at everyone they know about how scumbag they are and how horrible they are. No one supports me. It's terrible. It's just absolutely terrible. So stop doing that, okay? And find real ways to promote your music, all right? If you're looking to promote your music, you should be promoting directly, and I mean directly and only to people who you know may like it. I'm sure you have some kind of sound about your music, some kind of characteristic that you can quantify, that you can define, and you can find that audience in a variety of different places, okay? Stop whining, stop complaining that no one's supporting you, okay? Just stop it. Go out, study, find out how to market your music, find out how to promote, how to find the people who are gonna like your music. Because no matter what kind of music you make, so long as it's true to you and it's something that you feel strongly about, there is going to be at least a small group of people who would love it. So find them. Spend your time focusing on trying to find that group. Stop spending your energy spamming your family. Stop. Look, I know it's a common mistake. A lot of people, I think even when I was younger, I did a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, okay? But you should, by this time, know that there are so many different resources, so many different avenues for you to promote your music. Your personal Facebook with all your friends and family is not the place to do that, period. End of story, okay? All right, so again, my name is Gary. And thank you so much for checking out the video. I hope you learned something. I hope if you maybe have some ideas for some mistakes that you've made, or maybe that you've seen other people make, that you could contribute to the conversation, please drop a comment down below. Please add to the conversation. There's definitely some more out there, and I may even make another video when more ideas come to me. So if you have an idea, if there's something that you thought of that I missed, that is a mistake that most musicians, artists, producers, engineers, anyone involved in music, that most of them make, whether they're young, old, it doesn't matter. If you know of something, please add to the conversation down below and leave a comment. And if you liked the video, please give me a like. I'd really appreciate the thumbs up. And I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe, because I'm gonna be working hard trying to add as many videos as possible. I have a long list of ideas that I'm gonna work through, and I'm here to help. I'm here to, this is what I do, okay? I work with artists, I work with producers, I work with engineers, and I help people grow in their music career, okay? Because that's what's important to me. I feel strongly about helping other people, because I wished that when I started as a producer, as a musician, that someone would have helped me, because I kept running into people who only cared for themselves, didn't care about helping anyone, and took advantage of people. It's part of what I desire in my career, to help other people. So if you have questions, if you have something that's a burning inside you that you really need to know, that you need help with, please leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer your question. I'd be happy to help you. This is what I do. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you coming by. I'll see you next time.